Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talks the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Nick's real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that you don't care for how early we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the facade. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. And my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the links, Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Nick City drip. There's 50 dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Nick's real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Nick's real talk right here, I'm representing
Nick's real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Nick's real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Nick's real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Nick's real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Peace. What's good? What's going on? Salute. What's good, everybody, man? Nick's real talk. Let's get it. We in the building, man. Divine, your hosting with the most. I'm in the building tonight. Chop out, hopefully KJ being later. But right now, man, we're gonna get into this Nick talk, man. We also gonna represent this Subway series we got popping off over here in New York City, man. You know, we got the Mets and the Yankees. You see what I'm representing already. So should be a fun game. Mets was up 5-3 last I knew. But then back to all the other things, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat, man, for coming in, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody wherever you streaming them from, Twitter, wherever you come checking us out at Facebook. Nick's Real Talk, we in the building, man. But yeah, man, we just gonna get into this Nick talk thing, man. You know what? I got it going on. Called it the trade stress on the young and the restless. You know, these young cats is about to get in the game, man. You know, they're going to be in trade talk. So we're going to get into that to see what you think they feeling, who you think going to leave, who you think might not be here. What do you think these young guys are feeling, man? You know, knowing that they might not be a Nick moving forward. So I know it's a lot of stuff going on with them emotionally. So we're going to get into all that and break that down and, check out their numbers and check out who you want to be here, who you don't want to be here, who you think the Knicks should move. So we get into all that, man. But other than that, I hope everybody have a great day, man, and great Tuesday out here with Nick's Real Talk. Let's get it popping. Salute to Shaw Power, salute to KJ. I'll see you brothers later, hopefully. But yeah, man. The season's been kind of crazy. Coming off the end of the season, pretty good summer league thing we had popping off there. We didn't win the championship, but we was right there though. So we had a good summer league. Then we went in a free agency. Jalen, Brunson, Hartenstein, brought back Mitchell Robinson. Things of that nature, man. So we did pretty well in the free agency so far. But now there's a trade looming out there with the Donovan Mitchell thing. You know that's pretty big for the Knicks. They could happen to pull that off. But that's where we at right now. And but these young guys, man, a lot of them guys might be in these trade talks. They might be a part of this thing moving forward. Are they going to be a Knick going into the season? Are they going to be involved in a trade, whether it be Donovan Mitchell or whoever? But I wanted them cats going to still be on this team. So it's going to be really interesting moving forward, man, to see what these cats going to do with that. What the Knicks going to do with that. I know the Donovan Mitchell thing is quiet down a little bit over the last couple of days. So, you probably haven't heard too much of that going on lately. But Donovan Mitchell is at the New York Yankee game out there at Citi Field, sitting in the box seat. He's at the game. So he's taking in all that New York nostalgia and all that good stuff, man. So I'm glad he ain't here representing, New York, man. Hopefully we can be a part of the roster. And really, obviously, somebody's going to have to go. If we do be a part of the roster, somebody's going to have to go, and it might be involved with a lot of the young guys. To appease Danny Ainge. So we're gonna see how all that format and it take place. But I'm looking forward to these young guys, man. The ones who might be here, man. We had, like I said, we got a pretty good young group of talent down there. The young guys go hard, man, and they be ready to play. So we're gonna see, how they're gonna pan out going to 2022-23 season, and see if they're gonna get a pop. I'm excited about Obi Toppin if he's not involved in trade talk, but he's a hot commodity out there. For the Utah Jazz, from what we hear, I don't have no sources. I'm not even in the fold like that, guys. So I do not report no sources. I just kind of speculate on what's out there, in the diverse world. So whether it be Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. So I'm always checking it out. But Obi Toppin is a name that I'm quite sure Danny would love to have. But I know Donovan Mitchell was a piece, man. But Lord, I hate to lose that young man. I mean, what that man could do with a basketball is getting better as he go on. And you're starting to see the real Obi Toppin. Had a glimpse of it last year. You seen the Dayton Obi Toppin last year. He was really in the end of the season, especially when he got to get more minutes. He was doing this thing, man. So, guys like that, you want to hope stay on the team. Then you got Emmanuel Quickly, who had a pretty good sophomore season, and him and Obi got that combination going on in New York City, man. So you kind of want to see them guys stay here, but I understand it's a business, man. And, if the Knicks feel they got that move to catch to get a particular player right now, most of the talk is Donovan Mitchell, but you never know who it might be. But right now, that's the big elephant in the room, like I said last time. So for guys like Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and with the season Grimes expected to have, and coming off the summer league, having a pretty good summer league, you thrilled about a guy like that as well. What are we gonna do with Quentin Grimes? Much as I love to have him on the Knicks too, man. It's a shame with him, Obi, and for me personally, Emmanuel Quickly. If we can retain them three guys, keep them part of the fold, and still be able to bring Donovan Mitchell in here, then I think the Knicks did a really good job with that. The picks is the picks, and we know how we deal with that. They come and go. We get them back. I think Brock Aller get us some more draft picks, so I'm not worried about draft picks when it comes to this thing with the Donovan Mitchell thing. But I know some of our young players are going to have to be involved, and we pretty much can look like that's going to happen. So, but guys like Quickly, like I said, Grimes and Obi Toppin, I want them here, man. I just think them cats bring a real big spark up that bench, man. You add the other guys in there, Hartenstein and all these guys. Maybe Derrick Rose might be it, maybe not. And Sims and all these guys. I think got a pretty good bench down here. So, if Cam Reddish is still here as well, we got some players that will make that bench strong, and then you obviously gonna have a real good starting five. So these young players are really important moving forward, man. So that's why I wonder, who we think going to be here. Like I said, McBride. He's a talented defensive player. He had a pretty decent summer league. Got to work on that going down the hill game. But other than that, he's a good talent there too. Spark plug, you can use for the defense. So you got some good talent. Jericho Sims, what can we say? Great summer league. Cat jumps out the gym. He's getting more stronger, getting more better. He's getting, I think he had a real good summer league, Jericho Sims. So he's another guy that like I said, he's gonna be a good backup center, backup power forward. I like what he brought to the table, man. So let's see how he goes with him, and then all the other guys. Like I said, we got to try to keep these guys, man. But let me bring my partner in crime in right quick, everybody, and salute to the chat again. Sha Powell's in the building. What's up, Sha?
Salute Divine, salute chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. We just going over this youngster thing, man. Like I said, the stress, the trade stress for the young and the restless. You don't know what these guys maybe think about right now. Sha Powell knowing that they could be in trade talks. They could be going somewhere else. They could be uprooting, so I know that probably weighing on their mind. They probably on Twitter and everything, until they get a phone call. But, I'm hoping that we can retain a couple of them that I really think is important to the team. And whoever else got to go, they got to go. But like I said, it's about the name on the front, not in the back anyway. So let's just hope the New York Knicks make the right move and they try to keep the ones they can keep and give up the draft picks.
Yeah, I like the title that you put out there, Divine, The Young and the Restless, man, because right now everybody's a little stressed out a little bit, wanting the trade to go down, want it to happen already and stuff like that. When in due time it'll come. And when it does come, we have to be ready for the fallback too, because we are probably, more than likely, if the trade goes down, we're probably going to lose one or three guys that we like. I believe, again, I'm not sure, but I believe Fournier is in the deal for the money. He makes $18 million. I believe Cam Reddish is in the deal. He makes $6 million. So that $18 and $16 million makes that $24 million that they want to get to. There may be two more players that go into the trade after that, and one may be Deuce or IQ, because they make about $2 million a piece, and Cam and Grimes or Obi Toppin, which make about $5 million. So between those four players, we may lose two out of those four players. So we just got to sit down and bear down and hope that we come away with the better two. Either we keep Deuce and Grimes or IQ and Obi. So I believe that's how it's going to shake down.
Yeah, real talk. Salute to my brother, Big Taz at hand. Salute Big Taz, Chef NYK in the building, Jermaine in the building. Salute to the whole chat, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Knicks Real Talk. We here, Frank Montold. Montold, you know what he is. We represent the New York Mets tonight. So salute to Frank Montold. I don't know what the score is now, but it's a good game though. But yeah, man. Just getting back to the Knicks thing, man. I'm excited about these guys, man. But like I said, Obi coming off the year that he had last year, man, it looked like he can really do some things. He's gonna be one of the ones. If I had to pick anybody on that team to keep out of that trade, would be him. I just think that man about to find his foot, and I really do, man. And now having a point guard, so a stronger point guard situation in New York, going to make it pretty much well. Um, yeah, going to make it pretty much well, man. And so I'm dying to see how he would break out with a point guard, and knowing that hopefully if IQ's still there and Derrick Rose get back, Derrick Rose probably bring out the best of Obi Toppin like he did the first year he got there. So I mean, I'm really excited about Obi Toppin, man. I'm just hoping that he's one of them cats that can leave up out of there. He got a spirit of New York, got a break for the city, man. Born here, but his basketball game speak for itself. And I think he's getting real better at that. He's in the gym working out. He's out there representing the Knicks, man. So let's hope somewhere down the line, shop how they can find a way to keep that guy, man. Because I really like this. I like what that cat got to offer.
Yeah, it's going to be some big decisions and some heartfelt decisions because the three of these guys, or all of these guys, have like a quote unquote hive. You know, they got the Deuce hive, you got the IQ hive, the Grimes hive, and you also have the Obi hive. And I think Obi's hive is probably one of the biggest because of some of the way that he plays basketball. You know, he's always outletting, he's always getting the ball. He's moving the ball fast paced. He's the dunk champion for last year. So he has some he has some chutzpah to go into this year and stuff like that. So I hope that we can hold on to him. And then you have, I mean, my guy this year is Grimes, and I hope that we can hold on to him. It looks like we may not be able to, but it's possible. And I think Grimes, the way he played in the summer league this year, the way he played his defense this year, you see that he's going to be a true player in the league because in the summer league, he was double teamed in that last game, very heavy. And, this is a guy that still pulled out, I think, 14, 16 points in the summer league with the defense being on him, double intensified. So, I mean, it's some things, I mean, we are going to feel a little pressure, and we're going to feel a little joy. We're going to feel a little pain. You know what I mean? So I hope they can hurry up and do it so we can, put the Band-Aid on it and, make it feel better before the summer league. I mean, before the preseason, not the preseason, the training camp starts.
Yeah. For me, Obi Toppin and quickly, I just think them cats about to just they third year. They I think they just about to do their thing. I mean, I think they got a taste of this thing now. They ain't new to this NBA no more. They know Tom Thibodeau, how he coach now. So I just think they're gonna come into that third year and really, really pop for the Knicks, man. That's why I'm just hoping that, like John and Fonte say that they don't the Knicks don't give up the youth. And I don't think they should. But business is business, and we don't control what they do. But we do got some good young guys down here that I like to see be part of it. But I also understand the business side of it and knowing that we haven't had a player like Donovan Mitchell. We're not to harp on Donovan Mitchell. It's really more about our young guys. But saying not to have a guy like him in our organization a long time, we're going to have to sacrifice somebody. You know what I mean? We're going to have to sacrifice somebody, not to make this about Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? But if that's something that happened, we know these young guys got to be involved with that, or any other player for that matter. It don't even got to be Donovan Mitchell, but you just hate to see these young guys who really got a good love of the Knicks team, man. And the coaches sat there, they love playing for Tom Thibodeau and them, and they come to work every day and go hard. But at the same time, them two guys to me and Quentin Grimes, like you said, I think he's another good dude. You can retain them three. We move on and we move forward going into the season. Then we deal with any other thing we got to deal with. I hate to see Cam Reddish go as well if it had to be, but the business is business now. He's due to extension pretty soon. So, but at the same time, you hate to see him go because, he's going to ball out there trying to get some money. You know what I mean? So you hate to see Cam Reddish going to trade it. I think he's going to have a good year because, once he want to show and prove that, that he wouldn't have got hurt last year, he probably would have had an end of a good season like Obi Toppin and them. And now going to the training camp, I think the man want to ball out and let the Knicks know that they got a piece of talent there. So, if the Donovan Mitchell thing don't go down, I'm not worried about it. I'm not like I'm stressing over Donovan Mitchell. If Donovan Mitchell don't come to New York, I still think we got a nice young team down there. Not a young team, a good team. They ain't all young. We fairly young, but 25 and under, except for Rose and Randall or Fournier. But they got a good team down there, man. And I think these cats can play some ball together this coming season. So we don't get Donovan Mitchell. It is what it is because I like what we got down there as well. But I know Donovan Mitchell takes us to another level. But I like the young talent like Jericho Sims, Shaw Powers, the way he played in summer league. I just think Framingham Hunt, all these guys. I just think Keel. I think they got some good talent there, and I hope they hold on to it and just keep building. But we got to go down to Mitchell. Got to go get them.
Yeah, I mean, there is some options that the Knicks can take. They could try to go in all in on Donovan Mitchell, or they could stay fast and try to make another trade or 2 or 3 more little trades to bring in some different players to fill the roster in. I'm hoping, for the best. If we get Donovan Mitchell, I'm 100% with it. You know what I mean? If we don't get Donovan Mitchell, I'm ready to run with this young team. They still have, if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, we still have to tweak a little bit on the roster, stuff like that. And I believe that we can, make some moves, get maybe build up some more first round picks with 2 or 3 more trades or something like that. If we do stay pat, there may have to be a deal that surrounds Fournier. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but if we're trying to see what Cam Reddish has this year, and if we believe in Grimes this year the way I think they do, Grimes is going to start, and Grimes will start. Rose will be here, so it'll be Rose, IQ, and who are you going to put in that 3? Who's going to make that 3, or are you going to make Fournier that 3, that small forward, or are you going to give that small forward position to Cam and let it be Cam, Obi, Harkenstein, Rose, and IQ? So it's going to be a big something to think about if we don't get Donovan Mitchell. If we don't get Donovan Mitchell, we have to figure out who's going to play what position.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's in a sense to me is why I kind of feel the move got to get made, because I think that Evan Fournier thing is another elephant in the room for the Knicks. So you probably have to figure that out. And whether you would Donovan Mitchell or not, I think Evan Fournier, that's a situation where you think Grimes gonna pop, and Chef Nick you think IQ gonna pop, which like Chef Nick said, New York NYK last 22 games, 16 points a game, 5 assists, had 2 or 3 triple-double, 2 triple-doubles. I mean, you talking about his 16 and Obi might, if we get the minutes he's supposed to get, probably getting you 15 to 17 or 15 whether, then you got Donovan Mitchell numbers right there between them two. You know what I mean? So but this cat is another level. So, but I do like what we got down there, man. I'm hoping them 2 of the guys that I'm hoping really stick around, like I said, man. But you look at the year Jericho Sims was having, Shaw Powers in summer league. You see his explosiveness got better. You see his rebounding got better, and he put the ball on the floor, and he could put the ball on the floor and get to the rack. Seems like he's been working on his game, Jericho Sims. So to get somebody like that for $1.6 million, that's phenomenal. And I think he's gonna be I think it's to a point where that's why when you look at the Randall and the Fournier things, because I really believe that Obi Toppin was starting in New York, Jericho Sims could be the backup power forward. You let Jericho Sims back up Obi Toppin at the power forward, and you got a big body in there. Then you bring Hartenstein in there to back up Mitchell Robinson. I think Jericho Sims plays a major role for New York, because I really believe if you do get them guys off the books. Then when you bring the second unit in, Hartenstein 7 foot, and he almost 6'10", 6'11", Jericho Sims. So you still got a good, you still got a tall, lengthy front line in there with Hartenstein and Jericho Sims. And one of them rebounds real well. One of them got some good D on the perimeter. So he can shoot the 3 ball. I meant to say Hartenstein, good defender, good passer. Jericho Sims gets down the lane, good rebounder. So I think that's a good 1-2 combination. I'm a 5-4. Excuse me, 5-4 combination with Hartenstein and Jericho Sims. And for $1.6 million, you can't go wrong with that. So let's hope that he's still in the fold after all this noise, the smoke settles and everything. Let's hope going in the training camp that Jericho Sims will be a part of it. But because I really think that guy going to really be doing some pretty good numbers for the Knicks. If that cat give us 7 points a game, 7 to 8 points a game, and 7 to 8 rebounds, or 7 rebounds off the bench, I think you got a good thing going on there, Shaw Powers. So I'm really excited about my man Sims when the season starts. Salute to the chat, man. Julian, my brother, salute, and everybody. Big Taz, Chef Will, everybody. Salute to you guys, man. We in here, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shaw Powers, the Mets in the building. You can see Yankees Subway Series popping off in New York. Y'all see what I got on? You know what I'm representing. So
Hey,
let's
hey, hey, whoa.
go Mets. You know, yeah, there you go. And you know, we got the Yankee brother over here, my brother Shy Powers.
I was about to go get my fitted.
Yeah, man, 7-8 salute, man. We in the building, man. Knicks will talk. Man, Shy Powers, we having a good time talking Knicks youngsters. I like what we got going on there, man. I like what I've seen in Summer League. So I'm excited. I want to see Deuce and Bride get a little better. Shy Powers getting down that lane. But I hit that 3-point ball at the good in Summer League. Obviously, the defense is defense. He always been special with that. But I'm looking for that, you know, him to start getting down that lane a little more. If we want to really get into the things for him to get into Tom Thibodeau rotation side, he got to get that ball down the middle. You know, break cats off the dribble or try to. And so that's just one thing he got. Everything else looked pretty good for him, man. So I'm excited about all these guys. Him, Sims, Grimes, Reddish, all of them, man. Whoever going to be here, I'm excited for them, man. I know they're going to be able to contribute.
Yeah, like I said, there's still a couple of moves that we're gonna have to make, and you know, there's not many people out there to really look at unless you you know, look into. I think, you know, they got some OB Ajanabi guy out there they're talking about. There's a couple of other guys, Mello and all that stuff, but none of those things happen if we don't make a move. Right now, we still need to fill the roster spot. I believe we still got 13 people on the roster right now, and we still need to pick up 2 more players. So that's something that we really got to try to finalize. I'm pretty sure they're going to get something done with the mid-level exception or veteran minimum or something like that. But I would like to see how they're going to put what they're going to put forth for this lineup to go into this new year, to see how what players stack up, who's going to be here and stuff like that. So, like you said, Divine, in the segment, the young and the restless. Right now, we just sitting here and we don't know what we're going to do, and we just staying. I know all Knicks fans are staying optimistic. Some Knicks fans are backing out of the deal now. You know, at one time everybody was all 100% for it. Now we starting to feel like, let's lay back a little bit just in case we don't get the trade going on and see what we can do with this starting unit. And I always said the starting unit, I believe, could get us anywhere from 43 to 47 wins. I gave it a 5-game window. So I said 42 to 47 wins. I believe they could get somewhere around there within a 5-game window and stuff like that. The team is a very good team. They played together last year. I think Julius Randle is going to play better because of the acquisition of Brunson. I think Brunson's going to change the team no matter what happens with whoever else we get. I think Brunson's a proven point guard, and I think this year he's going to want to come in here and get grimy. I think he's going to want to get dirty. I think he's going to want to be that dog that we've seen. I think he wants to get that emphasis on his face, pump up his chest a little bit, get down low and do some of them up and under pump fake moves that they do. I think he really wants to make New York a better relevant team in the NBA and the East Coast this year. So with Donovan or without, I think Brunson is going to be a key part to move us forward and move us closer to ending games. We didn't have anyone last year that could end the game, and Brunson is surely one that has a high field goal percentage, can shoot the 3-pointer, and very high at the free throw line to help us in these games like we couldn't last year.
Yeah, real talk. He's a big upgrade for the New York Knicks and Knicks fans and Knicks in general, man. Jalen Brunson is a huge upgrade for the New York Knicks, and I think we can. I don't want to understate that. That cat is a big upgrade. You might not realize how different that position makes for the New York Knicks. You're going to see it this year with Jalen Brunson, where it is to have a real, true point guard, not somebody who combo, not somebody who a real point guard who literally can score from 3 dimensions, break the defense down, get in the lane, hit the 3-point ball, and got a good eye for the ball. I mean, I just think this cat gonna be really, really important. So yeah, I mean him, you know, him with RJ Barrett, whether it be Quentin Grimes and Randall and Mitchell Robinson, I still think that's a decent team there. And a lot of, the cats been together, a lot of experience there, man. Jalen Brunson been in the league going on the 5th year. Mitchell Robinson on the 5th year. Julius Randle about what, 7th year, 8th year, something like that. 8 years.
Yeah.
RJ going into his 4th year. You know, so you got to start a lineup other than Grimes maybe 2 years if he started, or if, you know, if Fournier started, then you got a vet there. But you have a team like that, man. With that skill set is pretty nice. So I think RJ going to have a breakout year, and I'm looking forward to him. I think Julius Randle had a bounce back year. I really do. I think Mitchell Robinson had a decent year, and Brunson just going to add fuel to the fire. I think Grimes have a breakout second year in his sophomore year. So I think they got a good team, man. You know, and I think the bench is strong. If we don't even make no moves, Emmanuel quickly, Obi Toppin, Cam Reddish alone, and Harkenstein, and whoever else might be there, Sims or whoever, you still got a good team there. I mean, so you know, it's gonna. I mean, excuse me, and Derrick Rose. Sorry. So you know, to know that you got talent there like that, you should be fine no matter what. So I'm really looking forward to this thing going forward, man. For real, I'm really looking forward to it, Chef. Hey, Chef, 100% on that, Chef. He is, man. He's the leader all day, man. He's a winner too, and that's what's so impressive. You know, they brought in a winning player. You know, and I think that's so important because you know, the Cats want to win, RJ want to win, Randall want to win. They know they want to win, and the bringing a winning player just makes it a little bit more the transition more easier for the Knicks. Actually,
I got a small dilemma for us right now, Divine. If Fournier stays and Fournier starts, and the lineup is Brunson, Fournier, RJ, Randall, and Mitchell. Do you think it's a possibility that they would sit Rose and start IQ, Grimes, Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Hawkenstein? I always mess his name up.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Hartenstein, take Derrick Rose out the rotation?
Maybe.
You know, $14 million of his skill set.
I was just saying because that's if Fournier starts, we're gonna either have to see IQ or who's gonna sit the bench? Reddish again? You know, I don't know. That's the big dilemma right there. If Fournier starts, if it's Brunson, Fournier, RJ, Randall, and Mitchell, you know, that's going to put some, you know, pressure on the second unit because are we going to start D Rose over IQ? Are we going to start IQ over Grimes? Are we going to start Grimes over Reddish? You know, so that's the big dilemma with Fournier, man. If Fournier being a starter, you know, somebody's gonna get some minutes sucked out from under them. You know what I mean? And I know it's the best man up and the best man playing, and you know, I just don't know with Fournier on the team, you know, how we're gonna start the season. I don't think Fournier wants to come off the bench, and I really don't know if Fournier is really going to be that starter for the New York Knicks with Brunson being in the front court.
Yeah. I know I don't foresee that myself. Shop out here, number one, defensively, that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Defensively, going to be a nightmare. I just think he's going to have to be that. He's going to have to be that. Fournier going to have to be off the bench. I know it. You know, because really sometimes Shop out it might not be about who starts, who finishes. It's how many minutes you get. And even if they move Fournier to the second unit, that don't mean he can't get more minutes. It's just that he don't need to be. I think the Grimes. If you're gonna go Grimes or you're gonna go big, let's say Cam Reddish going. I think really he's gonna be Shop out. To be honest with you, I think what the Knicks should do, me personally, is say if Brunson at point guard, move RJ back to the 2. Let Obi let Julius Randle play the 3. He done got let Julius Randle play the 3. He done got real slimmed down. You can see he in shape. But Obi at the 4 and Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? I think that, and so to me, Fournier is the kind of elephant in the room because if you could move him, forget the down the middle thing, just in general, but I just see that young speed. I think after what Tom Thibodeau displayed in Summer League, I think Tom Thibodeau going back to what they do best. I think you're going to see the Knicks play defense this year like no other. Because I think they started in Summer League. I see the rep club, and I see what Tom Thibodeau about to do. He said, we coming out the gate playing defense, and that Summer League team was getting at it. You know what I mean? So I'm quite sure Tom Thibodeau said, listen, this is what we're going to bring to. So if we do that, I think Jalen Brunson, I think that second guard spot, I think that got to be Quentin Grimes or go the other way. You know, if we don't even move for Donovan Mitchell, I think we got to go that route. But you're right though. It's gonna be tough. Because then how do you take IQ out the starting line? IQ out at the rotation. He's one of them guys I think gonna pop this year. He deserved it. I mean, you cannot take IQ. IQ don't deserve to go out the rotation. So that's what's so crazy because I don't think he deserved that. He's been that backup two guard for New York since his rookie year. This is third year. He backed up in his rookie. He was backup in the first year. He was back up in the second year, played a little point. So it's going to have to be some moving and shaking. I think hopefully this when the dust settles, Shot Power, that some of them guys are out of hand, them do get the opportunity. But I know they're trying to build a winner, So we'll see how it goes. But Obi Toppin, them cats, man, they got to be here, man. I hope Obi Toppin and IQ can be on the Knicks if any trade go down. You know what I mean? I just think that that connection, that's too special, man. You got somebody who already solidified the two spots, and they know that they can they get a lot of points together. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to break up a good second unit like that, but they do what they got to do. But I hate to see Obi Toppin leave New York. Emmanuel Quickly still here, or Emmanuel Quickly leaving Obi Toppin. I mean, they done built so much rapport on and off the court. It's like, man, you breaking up a family. That's what our organization seems like it's been about lately. Is family. You know what I mean? And so I get it, man. But it's been, but that unit's a good team, man. That's why I'm not worried about whoever start, who don't start, who start. They go into training camp, go in there and battle it out. May the best man win. You got, you like I said, you got a lot of guys out to prove something. RJ about to get a bag. Cam Reddish trying to get a bag. Get some of a bag anyway. You know what I mean? And Obi Toppin got a lot to prove. He like, listen, I got a lot to prove. I want to be in my next contract to get money too. You know what I mean? And so these cats got a lot to prove, man. You could tell because you look at, I'm on Twitter and all over the place. You see cats in the offseason getting down. They putting work in. You see in tournaments, Obi Toppin balling down there in Florida and Miami, and that tournament, IQ down in Miami running. They cats enjoying something, but they putting in work though. So and RJ, he over there doing what he doing over there in Canada. So I think this team gonna come in the training camp real focused, man. And it's a big year for the Knicks, but I'm hoping this young core could stay a part of it one way or the other. You know what I mean? I really believe that the young core can stay a part of this team, so be it. But we got to move one or two of them down to Mitchell, then it is what it is. Or, whoever it may be, Side Power. But I'm happy with what we got going on in New York. And I'm really looking forward to this all season. I'm at the regular season, the season start, man. I'm ready for training camp, bro, for real.
Yeah, I think we all are stuff because the way all this stuff has been dragged out and pushed forward, and then I just want to see Brunson on the court with the rest of the team. I really want to see what Brunson is going to do with this team this year, how he's going to elevate the team, how he's going to put people in position. I think we'll have a little bit more pace to our step, a little bit more fast break points this year. So I really, that's what I'm really waiting to see how they can work themselves together, because it's going to take them a couple of games to really get, to know where everybody's going to be and how to come off the screens and where you're going to be after you come off the screen, so I can give you that pass and stuff like that and so on and so forth. But I think it will happen, and I'm still hoping that we can pull off this Donovan Mitchell deal. I would like to see Donovan Mitchell here, just to see an all-star player on the New York Knicks, aside from Julius Randle, and for him to help elevate the team into the future. I think he's a bridge to anybody else that wants to come over here. And in years to come, we may, from 2022, 2023, and 25, 26. I mean, 25, 26, we may not still have these same players on the team. So we need to, whatever we're gonna do, we need to get together right now and formulate a plan and see who's here to stay and who's here to go.
Yeah, real. Salute to the chat. You got my man Ron, still Knicks fan. You already know, man. Hey, Ron, I'm proud of the way you do your maturation, brother. You doing your thing. Y'all make sure y'all check out Still Knicks fan, man. You got it popping down there. They doing their thing down there. NBK family all day, every day. Y'all already know what it is. But salute to my man Ron. Appreciate you coming in, Ron. Real talk. But yeah, man. Matos Alvarez gonna be a monster, brother. That boy. I don't know why they getting catches. They just need to let that boy come up and catch it. But he gonna be nice though. Real talk. But Shot Power, for me, I really think this team gonna be different, man. I think this team gonna be different. I really do. And I think they got a lot of good talent there. I like the acquisition of Harkenstein down there, man. I think Harkenstein gonna play a major role with that. We always talk about we wanted to stretch big. Now we got to stretch big. He ain't got to start, but we got to stretch big. You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun having Harkenstein out there. So we got to see how it's gonna go, man. The Knicks having a good off season so far. No matter what happens, they had a good off season so far. So I can't be more happy and I'm proud of the Knicks, man. Like I said, I'm the young boy that was summer league. They had us amped up for our first championships in 40, 50 years. So, you know what I mean? But they was playing ball though. I like the way they was playing. I like the game plan Tom Thibodeau and Dice executed. That defense was there. So, you got something to look forward to. And I'm really looking at a lot of positive signs in the all season for me. That's what made me feel good, not being a homer, because we all homer because we love our Knicks, but we also got to be objective. But right now, I like what I'm seeing in this off season. I really do. I like the moves the Knicks making. I like the way they're going about their business. I think the Jalen Brunson signing was huge. I seen the maturation of them young guys in summer league. So now these cats is working, and they got us round, like you said, 42 to 47. I'm with that. Real talk, and I think that's very achievable. Even without Donovan Mitchell, I still think this team is at least 45 win team. And you don't know what happened time we get to the trading deadline and all that. So we got to be patient with everything, and be patient with everything, and see how it goes. But I'm excited about the journey, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. But we spread it out the gate pretty good, Shaq Howard. So let's see if we can move on and get something in here to keep it moving forward. So.
Yeah, I mean, of course, man. I just think what we have now is a good team, man. And my big thing for this year is I want us to become a good team, man. I want us to start to change from worrying about the draft picks all the time every year. The last couple of years, all we've been worried about is who we're going to pick in the draft, who we're going to pick in the draft. I don't want to care about what happens in the draft. If we get a 20-something pick, one player, and put them in the G League, I'm happy with that. I want us to play above par. I want us to stop playing for play-in and play for playoffs. I want us to, elevate into the playoffs and become a second-round team, and soon to be a championship contender. That's the route I want. I like that we have all these draft picks that we have right now. But if you look at some of these draft picks right now, just to say the 25th picks right now, 25, 26 draft picks right now are kids in high school. And I mean, they're about 3 years out. They're probably going into their senior year of high school next year. They'll be in their first year of college. So, it's something to think about who's going to be there and how they're going to, facilitate these plays and stuff like that. But I don't want us to be a draft oriented. Everybody talks about building out the draft. I don't want to build out of the draft anymore. I want to build with these trades. We got 11 first round picks and 11 second round picks. We got enough draft capital to build a team through draft than build the team through trade than to build through the draft.
Yeah, real talk. I think the draft thing, I don't think we're gonna be there. I don't think the New York Knicks, to me personally, is not concerned about drafting a player in the next 4 years.
Right.
And the reason why I say that, well, I don't think that's the case. Brunson got a 4-year deal. Randall got a 4-year deal. Mr. Roberts got a 4-year deal. RJ about to get a 4 or 5 year deal. And so, they look like they ready to go to the next level. Like you said, no more play in. We want to play offs. So I think that's where they headed. So knowing that we got a lot of young talent on the team already, you can always use another one. But I don't think they're gonna be like they're not worried about no 3 or 4 or 5 picks right now, because that's not what they shooting for. You would not see the Knicks playing no ball in the play-in. I don't think so. I think these cats are gonna go out there and make the move they need to make, and bring in the player that's going to help facilitate this thing a little bit more faster and get us to where we got to go. And I think in the process of keeping the young core that we have, I've seen that one thing I could really happy to say, Shop Power, was like everybody, by keeping Randall and them for right now, we still got a young squad down there. The New York Knicks is young. I mean, when I mean young, you take Derrick Rose, like I said earlier, and you take out Fournier, that team is young. You know what I mean? And if you get down to Mitchell, they still young. So they still got a young core of people down there, and they all in the right time frame to go out there and make things happen. So, but I hope we can do something because I think this team gonna be pretty good. I think they're gonna be pretty good. I expect some good things for the Knicks this year. I expect some good things from Tom Thibodeau. You know what it is for me now? Tom Thibodeau ain't got an excuse. He got a roster. He got a roster, and that's my man. Don't get me wrong. That's my man. So now we're going to really see for Tom Thibodeau this year, probably going to be put up a shut up. We gave you a point guard. We might about to go out there and get you a superstar, almost up on a verge of being one, depending on how the growth and development keep going moving forward. But, so, he gave Tom Thibodeau the nucleus and the weapons to play with. So now he got to make sure all them players are on the same accord and they doing what they, following this game plan. And then see where they go. But I think this team gonna be pretty good. I think the acquisition of Jalen Brunson is a big thing for me. And Shaw Powell, I think he makes a big difference because we cleaned up a position that was truly needed. We really needed at all positions the Knicks got. And I know that point guard spot is the one that's Achilles heel for us. So to be able to solve that Achilles heel, now we walking better. So let's see how we go, man. Hopefully we can get out there and run this thing and make it happen. So I'm liking that Jalen Brunson Harkside acquisition. I think was huge for the Knicks, along with the young talent we already have. Like I said, man, quickly Obi Toppin, Cam Reddish, Grimes, like he's gonna have a breakout year. I mean, we got a good team, man. I mean, it ain't being a homer, just facts. I mean, we got a good team. Hopefully if you add Donovan Mitchell, it makes it better. So we'll see. Hopefully it's more add and multiply instead of subtracting and dividing. Come here in the win column.
Yeah, I'm 100% with that, man. I just want them to. I want us to be a good team, man. I want us to be a good team and eventually be a perennial team like we used to be. Every year we look forward to seeing us somewhere through the top 8, being a threat. And that's what the New York Knicks fans want. And hopefully we could get close enough where we can put 1 or 2 of these trades that we got. And one of these picks for the drafts and make a move and get somebody that could really put us over the top. We are solidified at some spots, but we still need a little tweaking at some spots as well. And if we can finalize or finally find someone that we could bring in here to help us get us over the hump, we need some big time players, man. And I think the guys on the team now, coming back from last year, the way they played last year, are going to come back a little bit more hungry this year. I think they're going to be a little bit more with playing some more team-oriented basketball. I think a lot of the stuff that we lacked last year, I don't think we're going to lack as much this year. I think our defense is going to be more profound this year in the beginning of the year than it was in the latter part of last year. So we got some things that we got to bring to the forefront, and I just want us to be a good team, man. I'm going to stress that this whole to the preseason start. I want us to become a good team, man. We become a good team. It makes it better for the NBA. It makes it better for the New York Knicks fans. The more that we strive to be better than to stay lackluster. That's what I want to be.
Yeah, you're real talk. Great analogy, Shot Powell. It's because one thing I can't say enough is like, if it happened, and I think Jalen Brunson, Derrick Rose coming off behind Jalen Brunson gonna be a problem. Especially, and if my man Mitchell Wiz here, you got IQ backing him up. You know what I mean? So it could be oh my God. So it could be like I said, especially like SBL say, if you can keep Rose and get Fournier on the bench. I think it makes sense for the Knicks because I think that point guard position is real important. Have somebody like Derrick Rose come behind Jalen Brunson. That's a veteran like that who still can get down. Remember, he did some good things for the Knicks last year, and was doing some good things before he got hurt. 13 a game, 14 around that range. That's supposed to come behind Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks in a good spot. You know what I mean? No matter which way they decide to go with this thing. Because the one thing that had me earlier tripping. KD and the Jalen Brown. You know what I mean? Boy, can you imagine if you had a chance to get him? Oh my goodness. Jalen Brown, what? So, it's crazy, man. We just got to be patient with the thing. The Donovan Mitchell thing might lag for another month. I thought it was quick, but because you never know. But whether now or later it'll happen, and when it happens, that's cool. If it don't happen, we keep it moving. We still got a good team in New York. So don't do nothing crazy if we don't get them. But I love to get them, but don't go crazy. So but I'm excited about where we going with this thing, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin Taylor. That's 100%. He earned that. Yeah, that'd be real wise right there. Good chat right there. Yeah, man, but yeah, I think that makes the Knicks pretty strong. I think that makes a pretty strong team. You already know, Ron. Real talk,
Oh boy.
boy.
Oh boy.
No, hey, you will get some redemption in the World Series. But it's only one game. They're having fun with it, man. That's a rivalry. Knicks and Yankees. Subway Series all day, every day. Yeah, but it's all good, man. But I'm excited about New York sports in general, man. We have a good year. I think the football team's gonna be pretty good. The baseball teams, and
Facts.
first time ever, I can say I might be having in MLB where you got both teams, the Yankees and the Mets, at the top of the standards in each of their divisions. I mean, divisions and
Yeah, let me knock on some wood.
yeah. So it's gonna be fun. I love to see that. Bring back the memories of Mike Piazza and Derek Jeter and them get back to the World Series to get a pop in New York, and the Knicks wind up coming to the season about to do some work. It's gonna be fun in New York this winter. Giants. Everybody got to think Dak Wilson gonna have a better year for the Jets. Our G-man gonna represent. I think they're gonna be a sleeper. I think the New York Giants, people sleeping on that team. I think Brian Dabble gonna do some good things for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brian Dabble gonna him and the general manager Sean, they changed the culture down there, man. And that's what it's about, changing the culture. And I think they doing that, man. And I think we drafted well, Thibodeau and my man Allen on the corner, offensive defense line. We went and got linemen, which we've been lacking. So Giants should be all right this year. Sleeping team for me. Sleeping team, I think one of the most teams that are gonna be slept on in the NFL gonna be the Giants. And I'm not saying that being a home. I just think that with the talent they already had, Daniel Jones with Galladay and all these guys, and Tony gonna get to play a second year. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about that. But back to our beloved Knicks, though, we just got to keep grinding, man. Keep going hard. We keep trying to build this thing, man. I like the way the Knicks are doing, man. I really do. I can't say enough about the way this team has been popping the last 3 years, man, and 4 years. They've been trying to get this thing going in the right direction. The ship is sailing finally the right way. So that and then we went and signed a free agent. We finally signed a player to a second contract, long, and Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? Not doing that for a long time. So Knicks organization looking pretty sweet. Now we just got to put all that on the floor. Shot Powell, and let's see if we can come up with this 40-something win season. And by the trade deadline, you never know what pop off. But like I said, unless my man come in, and we can do that off the door. So
yeah, it's some big things, man. I mean, you never know. You never know how the team, really pushes forward towards the trading deadline next year, right around the All-Star break. So, you can see some things happen right around there if things ain't working out well. I keep saying, I don't want to say I'm pushing for it, but I think it would make the team a little easier to put people in place. But if we can't get Fournier going, before the season starts, he may be someone to look forward to seeing at the trade deadline. And a couple of streams ago, you had said this, Divine. There's still some guys that we have on our team that are still worth first round picks, and we still can, move them on to other teams to help the other teams out and also bring back some more first round picks for us. So, it's there's some things that we got to do, man. I really, I keep saying Fournier, man, and I'm sorry, for Evan, you my man. I wanted you here 2 years ago before the last year. I'm just saying right now with the fit for the New York Knicks, it's either going to be you, Grimes, or Reddish if all three of you guys are there. And I'm not trying to push you to the bench, but I would rather see Grimes starting and Cam coming off the bench. 6, 7 man off the bench. You know what I mean? I think because I don't think IQ is going to get no minutes taken away from him. I don't think D Rose is going to get no minutes taken away from him. So that means Fournier is going to have to play the 3. If Fournier plays the 3, he's going to have to go up against Reddish in the second unit. And if he starts, it's gonna take one whole player away from that second unit, man. It's one of those guys is not gonna get no time. It's gonna be either Reddish or Grimes. Because IQ and Rose coming off the bench, then you got to fill that 3. Who is going to be Grimes or Reddish? Because Obi ain't getting no minutes taken away from him, and Hardesty ain't getting no minutes taken away from him. So
yeah, this team is pretty stacked because you can think about it right now. Believe it or not, the way this team is presently constructed, Jericho Sims not even in the rotation.
right, Deuce McBride either.
Deuce McBride and Jericho Sims are not in the rotation right now. The way this team stayed the way it is right now, that's a shame because I did think Jericho Sims feel like he might be cracking that rotation. So and I say all that to say that we got all I got. If everybody come back there, we don't make no moves. You got to think about this here. You cannot let Grimes play. You cannot let Obi play. You think about this here. If you keep bring back, listen, everybody. If you bring back the same team we got now, let's say starting lineup: Brunson, Fournier. We're gonna just go the way it is. And I don't want to do that, but I'm just letting people know how deep this team is. Then you got RJ, Randall, and Mitch. And then the backup point guard is probably gonna be Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Cam Reddish, I would say right now, Obi Toppin, Harkenstein. So that means McBride, Grimes, Sims, and whoever else behind them won't be in that rotation. So I really believe that that's the reason why something had to get done, because if not, then these cats ain't gonna play. And I think Grimes deserved to play. So I think it's real important that the Knicks find a way to make a move or two to make the team better, but also give some more opportunity where I think it's needed. And I just think that right now they're gonna have to figure something out, because you got 15 guys right now, 10 of them already got the roster already locked in those spots, I think. And I just think the other guys, the thing with me is how do you not tell Grimes he's not gonna be able to, if he come in the training camp and ball out, that he's not gonna be able to be on that rotation?
What?
You know what I mean? How you gonna do that? How you gonna tell these guys if they come in the training camp and they ball out? Somebody gonna get their feelings hurt. You know what I mean? So it's really pretty tough for the Knicks right now, man. But I do think you got to look at a couple of things that could happen before training camp. You can look at. I don't know how serious LA is about moving. Westbrook. I don't know how that out in the media world they say it's a 50-50 thing. So I don't know. But let's just say they did. That could be a big move for the Knicks, and not even a play. I mean, I just think to free up the space, just free up the Fournier. You can give Fournier and Randall, or Randall and Derrick Rose. You don't think LeBron James would want Derrick Rose to back him up on that team?
Yeah.
Come on. You don't think LeBron James wouldn't want Derrick Rose backing up on the Lakers, playing backup point guard? And with AD and Julius Randle, that's a nice combination, because you got AD now. He could, Randle could play inside or outside. AD could do it, and with LeBron and them cats, I think they got a good team too. So that's one way that you can get these guys some minutes, and you're gonna have to deal with a trade here or there, But other than that, the Mitchell thing is you want more picks in that scenario than you want players. But the Knicks got to do a lot of stuff to think about. Shop Howard. They got to figure out how they're going to make this roster work. Who's going to get time? Who's not going to get time? Who's going to be upset because they didn't get time? So a trade going to have to happen. I didn't think even before the Mitchell stuff was out there, I didn't think the Knicks can go into the season without making a trade. Because I just think that we got guys that need to move on that might not get an opportunity to play. You know what I mean? And we're going to be upset if they don't play. So. But the Mitchell trade can kill all that, to be honest with you, because I think you're gonna have to give up Fournier to make salary match. That's one thing. Then I don't know if they want Reddish now, because they're gonna have to sign Reddish the next year. He's contract extension available, eligible. Excuse me. So I don't know if Danny Ainge want to say I'm gonna bring this player and then I gotta give him some money. They might not even want Cam Reddish, unless they want to take him and flip him.
Right? Or they don't necessarily have to pay him next year, right? They could just let him go. Right.
Yeah, and to me that would be, I don't know why you would do that. At least flip him for a second pick or something.
Something. Yeah.
You don't let them go for nothing. You ain't wait. So I think they can if they might want it, might not. Like I said, you got to stint. You got to stint that cat, man. And then so he might be one of the guys that Danny Ainge might not want. But I know the guys like Grimes. I know Danny Ainge would want him hypothetically, and Obi Toppin, of course, and Emmanuel Quickly, of course. So it's an interesting dilemma for the Knicks, but we do got to do something to free up some roster spots and get the team a little bit more locked in on the rotation. Going into training camp, we got a lot of guys who might can play in that rotation, but they might not get in there. So we see how that's going to go. But the main thing is the young guys, man. That's what the show is about. It's about letting these young guys maturation and development take place. I like what Gerald Simmons did, like I said, in summer league. I like what Grimes did in summer league. I know what Cam Reddish can do. You know what I mean? So I mean, Obi Toppin, I love what he did. You know, him and Manu I love what they maturation. So it's going to be a tough decision for the New York Knicks organization to see how they're going to make this stuff work. But you know, you can cure that by making some trades, obviously, and see what's going to happen from there, man. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Salute to the chat. I know everybody locked in on the Mets and everything like that, man. But and the Yankees, excuse me. But you know, it's fun. I can't leave the boys out. It's a good thing going on here, man. Real talk. But I got me and Shop Powell in the building. You know, Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it, man. You know, we just talked about the young squad, man. You know, what's moving forward. And Shop Powell, I like what we got. Let's hope that we make it happen.
Man.
Well, we got the first game so far. It looks like.
Yeah, I stopped watching the game when they went up.
Yep. But fun time in New York City, man. Subway Series popping off. That's fun. No matter what team win or lose, just the thrill of victory, agony of defeat. That's all. But it's fun though. I love it. I love it when that thing takes place there. So you know, it's fun time to be in New York, man. City Field, Queens popping off. Subway Series and Mets and Yankees got it going on. First game, man. Right now, Mets is up 6-3. Thank you, Frank Matos. Boy, got some good things going on. Aaron Judge doing his thing this year. Alonso doing his thing for the Mets. So it's all good up in New York, man. You getting back to basketball. What do you think, though, man? Do you think that Russell Westbrook? Do you think that Donovan Mitchell thing? What do you think? Do you think that thing gonna take place, or what's your gut feeling with that, Shop Howard, about the Donovan Mitchell thing? Real quick, not to harp on all that, but just do you think that thing gonna still happen, or what's your feeling now?
I don't know if it's going to happen. If it does happen, it may be after the Donovan Mitchell trade. If that happens,
talking about the Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yeah. I think no. I'm talking to move Julius and Rose to LA. You talk about, right, for Westbrook, right?
No. I was asking, what do you think? Do you think that Donovan Mitchell thing going to happen?
Oh, Donovan Mitchell. I believe it's already done. I just think they're trying to, work out who Leon doesn't want to let go, because from what I be seeing it on all the great podcasts that put stuff out there and stuff like that. There's possible that it may be a Obi Toppin in this trade. It's possible it might be a Grimes in this trade, and I don't know if you're going to want to let go of four of our players plus 6 picks. You know what I mean? I don't believe Leon Rose is going for that. I don't believe that you'll see Obi Toppin, Grimes, IQ, and what was the other one, Fournier or something like that. It was some wild trade that had 3 of our young guys plus Fournier going. Mm-hmm. I don't believe four of our guys plus 6 picks. I was doing some homework and stuff like that, and it may not be the best option to trade 7 picks right now, because I thought more picks, the less players. I had something like Cam Reddish, Fournier, and Deuce McBride with 7 picks. And the 7 picks we may need to, depending on which picks they are, how would they work the picks out and stuff like that. But I'm more so on the side of giving up more picks than to giving up our players that we have. You know what I mean? Because we're already depleted. We only have 13 men on the roster right now. We still have to fill in 2 more roster spots. If we give up 4 players, if we give up 4 players, we'll be at 10. Now we'll go down to 9, and then we'll bring it down to Mitchell. Then we'll have 10 players. And now we have to fill a 5-man roster, like the whole 3rd unit. We have to try to fill in to get 5 guys. That's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot with not a lot of money and not a lot of players left on the team. It's going to be hard to fill that 5-man rotation, or even though it's not a rotation, the bench players, situational players. But that's going to be real hard. So I'm just thinking more on the lines of 3 players and 6, 7 picks or something like that will probably be for me would be something that I would do. I can't give you Cam Reddish and Grimes. I can't give you Obi Toppin and Grimes. I can't give you Grimes and IQ. I can't, some of those guys. I mean, maybe I could be a little bit more willing to say IQ and Grimes. Maybe, but you can't have Obi and you can't have Grimes. You can't have Cam Reddish and you can't have Quentin Grimes. You just can't give up both those style of players right there in one trade, especially with Fournier being the third man in that contract. We definitely can't. You got to try to keep Reddish, Cam, Reddish, Grimes. One of those guys got to stay, man. I don't think Leon is looking to trade Obi Toppin. I think he's one of those players that might be off. But in the same token of him not wanting to trade him, I don't know. Do you think Obi Toppin, going to Utah would be a bad move? Because if Randall comes back this year and has a year that he had something similar to 2 years ago, where he's 24 and 11, do you think Obi is going to get that many minutes? I know you said that we could start Randall at the 3, and that would be a good idea. I would be opposed to that. But do you think if Randall is our bona fide power forward, do you think Obi is going to get more than 14 minutes this year?
I think so. I think he get not at the power forward, but I think he's going to get the minutes this year. Tom Thibodeau already know that's a Fournier thing is the problem right there.
Right.
Yeah, but I think he's going to get his minutes, man. But you know what? Like I said, Leon drafted that boy. I don't think nobody's untouchable. But what I do think, what I'm trying to do is kind of be realistic about certain things. Like me, I'm going to say 70-30 on Donovan Mitchell right now. 70-30. It might go up tomorrow. I don't know. You know what I mean? See, the longer it drag on, it's just a speculation.
Right. The longer it goes on, the less likely you think it's going to happen.
I was 95%, but because the smoke doesn't settle, I'm like, let me take it down a notch. But I think he'd be here. But I'm gonna tell you something that to me, like I said, guy, this Danny Ainge thing, when you said about them picks, them picks, I would love to see just real quick, man. And I hate to put them in there, but time marches on. You can get Fournier, McBride, and Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose and McBride that's about 31, 32 million. And you got McBride a million. So they can always, let's say you bring back a Rudy Gay, but you give them 7 picks. I don't got no problem with that. I don't have a problem with less players and more picks.
Right.
So if you can get Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and Grimes, I'm not Grimes, I meant McBride. And here's why I think people may think it sound like that, but this is what my man want though. My man want draft picks. He don't want players. So Derrick Rose is an aspiring contract. You move him for a first round or a late second or first. You can get a 1 first for Fournier. So Danny Ainge could take them two guys we gave them big contracts, trade them to a contender, somebody who needs some playoff power, get him a late first for him, and he
get some more picks.
Get some more picks. Yeah. Because he still got Patrick Beverly. He ain't concerned about them players, man. Danny Ainge want to get them picks, just like OKC did. He on that level. You know what I mean? Then he gonna try to get in. He gonna try to get in there and go after that young boy that's in there now, the 7-foot cat. Why not? I can't. His name is so kind of hard to pronounce. Salute to my man Craig McQueen. Salute to the chat, Jarvis, Will, everybody. Salute to y'all for coming and hanging out tonight, man. I know it's kind of off thing with the Knicks, man, but we gotta keep our brothers and sisters in there occupied with some talk, man. You know how we do. Yo, Nick P, peace to the God, peace, brother. Real talk. Yeah, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. The Knicks organization got a lot of stuff to think about, and they might already got their eyes dotted and their teeth crossed. How they probably already know what they're gonna do, when they're gonna do it, how they're gonna do it. They just probably just sitting there and say, you know what, let our name stay relevant out there. You know what I mean? And then they strike with the iron hot. Jalen Brunson kept us relevant. Summer League kept us relevant for us being out here in the media world, keeping us in everybody's thoughts. So now they're gonna have to go to do the Donovan Mitchell thing, whatever the case may be. Then after that, they got a month to get ready for training camp. So I think we've been having a lot of noise off the off season so far, and we still be able to talk Nick talk even when everything is slow. But but everybody out there just enjoying their summer. Like Donovan Mitchell, like I said, he had the game, sitting at the, doing this thing at the Met Yankee game. So he enjoying some of that rucker last night. Jalen Brunson down there running the camp. Kids, man. So them cats out there doing their job, man. Representing pretty well. So let's Obi doing their thing, quickly getting in shape. Randall lifting, doing what he doing. Mitchell Robinson working out. I seen him doing this thing. So they out there working, man. And get ready for this training camp thing to go, man. I'm excited about the Knicks. And like I said, shop out. I do think that when the smoke clears, we'll be pretty decent.
Yeah, I believe one thing that I have noticed from this new front office, man, is they know what they're doing, man. They are putting a team together to make sure that we stay relevant. You know what I mean? And right now, they're taking care of their players, man. They take care of their players. The last couple of years they've been here. They make it feel like it's no love lost and stuff like that. So I'm really amped up right now the way the front office is moving, and I believe that we could probably make some even if we don't. We still can make some moves, man. I think it's plan A, B, and C, A1, A2, A3, and stuff like that. So, let's see what happens, man. Let's really see what happens because we got a good front office, man, and I think they got a head on their chest, and I don't think a head on their neck, and I don't think that Leon is going to want to give up too much as he then built this team up in these last couple of years that he's been here.
Yeah, I agree, brother. 100%. He done built something special, and I don't think he's just gonna blow. I think they can do things and keep the infrastructure together. I don't think they got to go crazy. What I do like, and I just had to reiterate, like I said, I think what they doing, they setting the team up for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
that's all they doing. Like I said, everybody got a 4-year deal. Robinson got a 4-year. Randall, like I keep saying, he got a 4-year deal. RJ about to get a 4 or 5 year deal. Brunson got a 4-year deal. For the next 5 years, if nothing else happens, you're gonna see this team play. You know what I mean? Unless some moves get done here or there, and Donovan Mitchell part of it, that's fine because he got 3 or 4 years left on his contract. So they know that they got stability. Now, even if it take a year, if it take a year for this team to gel and come together. Like I think if that thing would have happened with Donovan Mitchell, let's hypothetically say, so you get a year 50 wins, 52 wins, then they know going into next year that team will be better. I mean, they know they're gonna be better. Whether it's through via by getting somebody or just been playing together. It's gonna be fun. Salute my man Canal, my brother. Salute Canal. What's good with you, man? Good to see you.
Oh man,
it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Ooh, man.
Because they had a man on first and second too. It's over now though.
That's cool. They get popping tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun tomorrow. It's gonna be a good game. The Yankees so far ahead, everything is crazy. Them boys, they ain't worried about nothing. They were ready for the playoff. They so far ahead. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, my brother. Okay. Salute. Salute to the chat, man. Everybody, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the baseball game. Thrill of victory, agony of defeat. It goes to the Mets tonight, man. Yankees bounce back and try to get one tomorrow. But right now, we got a pop in the night. Salute to the Mets. Fun thing to see out there, man. But now let's see if our Knicks can do this to the Nets next year. And they got doing crazy, but the odds they got us like 65-1 to win the final. They got us higher than Cleveland and I don't know what Chicago. A couple of teams they got us higher than to win the chip. Somebody 4-1. I think Boston and Milwaukee is at the top. But they got the Knicks. They had like 4 and 5 to 1, something like that. But they got us at 66-1. At least they got us above Cleveland and a couple other teams out there. So I mean, I think the Jalen Brunson thing makes a big difference. And even the people out there in the analytic world and in the projection world, the ones who do that shit for a living, like Vegas, they got the Knicks up there north of 40. So that's cool. Now we know, and I'm ready to go get it popping, man. Real talk. But it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be a fun season for the Knicks. Garden gonna be electric. Jalen Brunson gonna be electric. As much as every time I watch that boy highlights or some of his highlights, man, I'm like, man, the Knicks just ain't had nothing like that, man. Real talk. Alex Burks was our man, but he wasn't no Jalen Brunson. Kimber could have been the closest, but he wasn't around long enough. Yeah. Real talk, Frank Matos, Buck the real deal. You know, what I mean, to be a Yankee man too. So we got to get the best of both worlds tonight. I'll beat the Cats who let me go. But yeah, we got a good point guard in Jalen Brunson. RJ going to have a player, an all-star type year. I'm going to say. I think RJ going to be looking to be on that all-star level. So I think you're going to see 20-something plus from him. You know what I mean? I think this team was good, man. I think Randall going to see 20 plus from him. Jalen Brunson giving us 17 and 18. And
I mean, the funniest thing, man, if you really like, comb Twitter a little bit, or watch some things on it, these guys is already working out. These guys are doing the strength training. He's doing the damn, I forgot the name of it. When you put the thing over your mouth to control your breathing and stuff like that. You see, these guys are getting conditioned, man. And once if they could start off this year the way they ended last year, with a more running up and down pace and stuff like that, this team is going to be something to watch, man. We have some good players on this team, man. And if some of these guys that we had last year can elevate their game a little bit more this year, because they're making another year of their self, like a Mitchell Robinson, a Derek, RJ Barrett and stuff like that, we're going to be a better team, man. And we're going to be a good team. Like, the one thing that the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to seeing how Brunson gets with two people, Julius Randle, but more so with Mitchell Robinson. I want to see if he's going to show Mitchell Robinson how to set a real screen, the screens that Brunson likes. You know what I mean? Brunson may like that quick bump screen and roll to the basket, and then both of them going downhill together, or he might want the solid screen so he can set him up too. So I want to see what he's going to do, because I've seen how Brunson played with Powell last year, and he made Powell look good, in a couple of games, the way he drives the ball, and Powell stepped up to be that lob threat and stuff like that. So Mitch, to have a point guard this year, hopefully it could really bolster his year this year. This year coming.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Mitch. I think Mitch might be most improved one of them. He gonna have a good year. Rich got that. Listen, he got that money. He know what he could do. You seen what he could do just to bring in Jalen Brunson, man. Oh my goodness, bro! I'm telling you, it's just real talk, man. This cat gonna change the game for the Knicks, man, because this cat know how to play basketball at the point guard spot, and he a winner, 2-time national champion with the Dallas, second best player on to continue to the Western Conference Finals. Jalen Brunson going to change the game for the Knicks. And I think every other position is solid. I think if Grimes start, we solid. If Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes, or Jalen Brunson or RJ or whatever, we got Reddish can go in there and play in there. You got Obi can play in there. No matter which way they go with this thing, whatever lineup they put on that starting five, they're going to be some good players. I think that starting five going to be good players. It ain't like you putting in somebody where we got to put him in because we don't got enough talent. No. If you go Quentin Grimes, he's a player. You know what I mean? Or if you go RJ at the 2 and Obi at the Randall at the 3 or Obi, whatever, they players. So ain't nobody in that starting lineup that's putting in. She ain't gonna be no scrubs. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? They 5 guys who literally know how to play NBA basketball. All of them been here 4 years or more. So they ain't coming in like they scared of nothing. Mitchell Robinson going on his 5th year. RJ going on his 4th. These cats been around for 4 years now, man. We don't got nobody. Other one would be Grimes, would be the youngest one. Yeah, I think so. I think he been Keith. Excuse me, Kevin. I think he been really working. I think he's gonna be a good year for him. And the cat been he been out there, especially working on the foul shot from what I see. I think Mitchell Robinson gonna have a good year, Kevin, and I agree with you on that, man. I think that's what that Brunson gonna do. He's gonna unleash that dude. Because now you got somebody who ain't coming in looking to score first. When you see what's his name, Alex Burks and Kemba Walker and them, they will score first point guards. Jalen Brunson's a scorer, but he also a facilitator. So it's gonna be fun to see, man. I think he is gonna do his thing. I think Mitchell Robinson 13 and 10 easy. Played 72 games last year. I think he's 13 and 10 easy. So yeah, I think that's a gimme. 2.5 blocks, 2 blocks. He gonna be on a mission. So I'm looking forward to Mitchell Robinson, man. Doing his thing. Salute to Mitchell Robinson, the block, and that's monster. He gonna be doing it, man. Like I said, Randall, the way Randall looked, he looked like the 2021-22 Randall. You know what I mean? He was doing his thing there, bro. So RJ about to do it. I think it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. That's
I,
gonna be.
I gotta reiterate this, man. KJ said this the other day, man, and I've been running with it. Randall looking like an action figure, man.
You ain't
He
kidding.
looking like an action figure, man. That guy is ripped. He is ripped ready, man. He looking like an action figure, and I think he's gonna be ready this year, man. I think he's gonna wanna, for all the naysayers like me when I first started talking this year, and it wasn't. And I want to reiterate this. It wasn't about the way Julius, it was the fit for me with Julius, the way he was fitting with the team. The team looked way better while they was running up the court playing with the youth. Now that he got shredded so much, he must have lost about 20 pounds, man, easily. This guy is looking like, I didn't even know who he was when he had his sunglasses on and his little hat that he had on. I did not know who he was. He is shredded. I seen some of the pictures, him working out, the way he's cutting his body, using the free weights and all this stuff. This guy's going to come back this year to prove something. And I believe last year, the reason why he came in a little out of shape last year because at the beginning of the season he was waiting to have his child. So I think this year, now that everything is settled, his baby's probably is almost hitting a year old now. Close to getting to a year old now. He got a little bit more time where he can go out and work on perfecting his art, and I think he's going to be something to really watch out for this year.
Yeah. One thing about Julius Randle, he never lacked from being a gym rat. Julius Randle stay in the gym. Let's not get it twisted. He stay in the gym. He's been like that, since day one. Since Kobe told him like, listen, man, we get in town, we going to the gym. He's been doing it ever since. He looked good though. He looked good. And not only that, for everybody it was tough, man. Coming through the COVID situation, all the teams and players, man, it was pretty rough. Some people can handle, some people can't. But living in the biggest city in the world and the most busiest city in the world, you gotta be built a certain way to be a ball player in New York. His first couple of years, he handled it, but last year, with, like you said, the acquisition of the kid, trying to live up to the contract he got, that might have been another lot of other pressure. Because Julius Randle never been a pressure type player to me. He's never been the one I seen that really. What I mean by handling pressure, like normally he sometimes he chokes at the foul line, or he might just go ahead and play here and there under pressure. I think the pressure got to him last year with everything going on around him. I think it was, but I do think he come back a different player. A different player, more of a different mindset. And I think he go pop, man. Hey, Canal, I agree with you, man. I think that's the case right there, brother. I think this cat getting in the lane gonna be something. It's gonna be difficult. What I mean when he get in the lane, he not only get in the lane. He get in the lane. He don't have to shoot right there. You know how some guys get in the lane. Soon they get in the lane, they throwing up a floater. Jalen Brunson can dribble in the lane, shake and bake the guy. He literally could be in the lane, for about 2 seconds before the 3-second shot come. He done found the play or he done got a shot off. So he real crafty down there. Now I think when you got a crafty player like Jalen Brunson, it keeps the defense honest. It keeps the defense real honest because they know they can't just lead a man, or if they lead a man, they know he's gonna find them, and he can shoot over a lot of big guys. You see what he did to Rudy Gobert in the playoffs. The cat just got game. He's a difference maker. He'll be a difference maker, Canal. So I hope he do that, man. I think the cat gonna ball out. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm also looking forward to my man RJ Barrett. That's what I'm looking forward to. Out of all the players on that team, this is the one guy I want to go in there and finally get the respect he deserves. The man been his maturation been wonderful for 3 years in a row. He still don't get that respect to me, and I think I just want to see him go out there and do his thing, man. I think RJ Barrett 23 a game this year, 23 to 24. Like he could have got that last year, we would have been missing free throws. I think RJ Barrett, the game goes up this year. I think this man want to be the man on the Knicks. I really believe that, and I think the Knicks know he want to be the man. So I think year 4 RJ Barrett. Listen, Donovan Mitchell averaged 25 for his career. Am I right, Shot Powers?
Right.
So if RJ Barrett get up to 23, 24, he's on that trajectory. It might take a little longer because but I think RJ Barrett will be a 23, 24 point scorer in this league every year at least. So I think they got a good thing there. They can go higher than that depending on how if we keep developing as we go on.
I think the acquisition of Brunson is big, man. I think he's going to make people better players, man. And with him making people better players, I think it's going to increase his assist ratio. I think he's going to be able to set some of these players up, man. And a lot of our team can shoot jumpers, but not necessarily have to shoot jumpers. And I think with Donovan Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, with Jalen Brunson, I think he is going to set people up where they need to be so they can either do the short jump shot, the drive to the hole, or if he drives to the hole, kick it out. You know, and I think that's going to be one big thing that we have to really watch, especially in the half court game when they play in the half court game. But I think this team also is going to want to run. I think every rebound that they get now is going to be the main focus. Is going to be grab the rebound, push the ball, drive the ball to the hole. Grab the rebound, push the ball, drive the ball to the hole. You know, I think that's going to be. I think the Knicks are going to play like they wanted to play this year. Get out, score, get ahead of everybody, and then try to hold on to the lead. And with Jalen Brunson on the team, I think they'll have a better chance of hold a lot of games that we lost last year in the last couple of minutes of games. The games that we had teams come back from 20 points and beat us and lose in the last last shot of the games and stuff like that. Missing free throws and stuff like that. I don't think this team is going to be set to do that much this year. I think RJ, I believe one of his main focuses this year is free throws. If he didn't do anything else over there in Canada, anything else, when he gets a chance to do anything, I think his main focus is going to be free throws. Free throws bring RJ Barrett into about 22 to 24 points a game. I think Mitchell Robinson, another guy that I believe is going to have another breakout year. Well, another thing that Mitchell has to do is Mitchell has to hit those free throws. I need Mitch to get from, I think it was 42% or something like that. I think he got up a little higher towards the end of the year. Yeah, but I remember seeing 42%. If Mitchell Robinson could get anywhere upper 65%, 65, 67, 69, anything like that, he is going to be easily a double machine, man. So those are the two guys that I hope that they can pull themselves together and hit some free throws, because if they do that, man, there's not much that you're going to be able to do, man. I mean, Randall going downhill, RJ going downhill. Everybody goes downhill, man, and everybody's going to look for everybody to set somebody up. So I think it's going to be a great year.
Yeah, I second that as well. I think the Knicks got a good thing going on, man. And like I said, the East is going to be tough. I mean, not compare the Knicks to any team, just who I see them at the team. The East is going to be tough. Everybody got better, like always. But to compare to last year, the Knicks everybody coming in the off season in shape. A lot of guys wasn't in shape last year, but for some reason, Mr. Robinson was injury. Noel was hurt. Randall, he wasn't in the shape he needed to be in. Fournier didn't get it popping until almost the second half of the season because him just coming over here playing in the Olympics or whatever. All these guys didn't have it. Kemba Walker didn't really. He really didn't even really play for the Knicks to me. To be honest with you. So and to have guys like that not available and still win 37 games.
Right.
I mean, and win 37 games that had all that against you. You had 5 or 6 players literally was pretty much the reason why you might have lost 10 or 15 of your games because they wasn't there. Easy. So I do think this team comes back a little more athletic, a little bit more stronger. Like I said, they more skilled. If you skilled at the point guard spot, no question. If like I said, we deal with the 2 thing as it come by, whatever. I think that's the only issue the Knicks got to resolve. Shot power, really, the 2 spot. I think it's solidified. I think that whole team is solidified. It's just that 2 spot. The whole team is solidified, whether it's Donovan Mitchell or somebody else or whatever, whoever it may be, or Quentin Grimes or Fournier. I don't know, but that's the one position I can really say that the Knicks just haven't figured out yet. Because competition wise from training camp. If Evan Fournier, I think he should be. I think Evan Fournier gonna be on the Knicks. He need to be the backup too. And I just let Quentin Grimes start, not because he got to do because he's better than Fournier, because he fits the team's need better than Fournier in the starting lineup. I think Fournier still can get his minutes to come up to. Can you imagine Fournier against the average bench in the league? You kill him. You know what I mean, Fournier going up against the second best competition in the NBA and on the bench would be nice. Not only you got experience running with the younger guys, you know what I mean. Now you got an experienced guy like Fournier and Derrick Rose being that Taj is gone or whatever. But you got an experienced guy like Fournier and Derrick Rose to go with them younger guys in the second unit. And you bring a younger guy into the first unit that can play defense that got a lot of energy. And so I think it's a win-win if we don't get the land down to Mitchell. I still think the Knicks will be good. I really think that we just got to keep it going, man. I'm excited about Knicks basketball this year. And I think we're gonna be all right. I'm not, like I said, I think we be competing in the East. We won't be last. We won't be down in the lower echelon of scoring this year. I can tell you that right now. Our offense will not be down there this year. I know that. I can see that. Already changing course. I think we can get to the middle of the pack if everybody have a good year. I think Julius RJ could get you 20 a game on it. You know, that's their average. And Brunson filling in, and Mitchell getting you his 10, 12, 13, and Quentin Grimes getting you his 12 off the bench. In the starting unit, you still almost to 90 points a game in your starting unit. So I think they still be good to go. And they all athletic. They all athletic. They all can defend. They all got speed. They all got strength. You know, they all bully boys down there. And I think we do got a bully squad if you roll out with Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Randall, RJ, and Mitch. You get that ain't no soft team right there, bro. You know what I mean? So I think they pretty covered there. They can compete against anybody physically. And knowing Tom Thibodeau, you know, he's gonna want them to play hard. And I think that's been our problem, Shop Howard, real quick, is that I think Jalen Brunson brings that what we've been lacking. I'm talking about as far as a dude that goes hard. You know what I mean? He had to earn it. He go hard. I mean, New York is a hard city. You know, with New York Knicks basketball, New York City Gritty Committee. I already know. You know what I mean? I ain't give that name for nothing. You know what I mean? And they gritty. You know, and I think Jalen Brunson is a gritty dude. You know, and you know his stature's mentally is pretty tough. So we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be good, man. I like what I'm going there. And let's hope it is fruition, man. Let the bench get popping. Cam Reddish, if he ain't gone, let him have a breakout year. Try to get your bag next year. Him and Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly and then come off that bench to spark the Knicks, man. So I'm excited about what I'm seeing. I think we're gonna get it popping. It's gonna be tough, but I think we're gonna be doing something. I think team ain't better take the Knicks for granted right now when they step on the court, man. Because every player in that lineup can get down. And boy, if you get down to Mitchell, it's a wrap to me.
Yeah, I think we totally changed the way we played last year. I think we were 103 points scoring for the season or something like that. I think we gained maybe 6 to 8 more points, man. I think we'd be more towards 109 to 111 points a game. You know, I think just with with Brunson coming in here, I think he's going to elevate the rest of the team. And you still have some guys on there at any moment can give you 30 points a night, still in that starting unit. So I'm overwhelmed right now. I really do want to see Knicks basketball coming into fruition real quick. I want to see how these guys are going to get together, who's going to pair themselves up together, and who we're going to have on the team. So that's one of the big things I want to see, and let's see what happens, man. I'm optimistic as always about what the Knicks are doing and how they're moving forward, and hopefully they could, if they could probably facilitate 2 more trades before the season starts.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. It kind of feels that way sometimes, but let's see how it goes. But I'm good with anything. I'm good with any direction they roll, man. Cause nah, I don't think so, man. I haven't heard nothing out of Lee, not at all. But I just it's for me, man. It's just like seeing like this thing it's like the inevitable. Like that cat's supposed to be in New York. That's all I can. Sometimes you say a certain player should be somewhere. That's what made me think of Donovan Mitchell. He just fit the blueprint of what his growing up, where you from. It's a big story for New York. We haven't got a free agent on that level in a long time. Let's see. I can tell you one thing. I can tell you this. Danny Ainge do not want to go into the regular season with Donovan Mitchell on that roster. He might don't care. I just think that'd be a bad look for him to send Donovan Mitchell through that and you rebuilding. You understand what I'm saying? This man is literally rebuilding the Utah Jazz. And I just don't see that why he would put Donovan Mitchell through that, not knowing that who he is. You know what I mean? Let the man free. Let him go to another team. You're going to get your rebuild on. Now, if you don't come to the Knicks, you go to LA, wherever Donovan Mitchell may go. Even if you don't come to the Knicks, I don't see him playing for the Utah Jazz the whole year. I don't see that. You know what I mean? And if you don't come to the Knicks, so it is. But he ain't no way he gonna You know, so that's why you may not think he may sound like he might not be the Knicks in there, but I would say the Knicks got a very good shot at getting Donovan Mitchell. And if it happened, it don't happen because sometimes it might be out of their control. And it don't happen. It might not have to do nothing with the Knicks if they don't get Donovan Mitchell. I mean, you could offer them all you want to, and that don't mean that it can happen. You know what I mean? But I do think that he definitely can get here. And if we get here, then I think the Knicks finally got that free agent that they've been trying to get for so many years, that Carmelo Anthony. And, and they got to try to get another one. But I think him and RJ and Randall them is a good team. I think if he come here, Knicks definitely 50 over. That's a tough team to deal with, man. You got everybody in that lineup can get it.
If Donovan Mitchell come here, I was just talking about the scoring. We were 103. I think we were 103 and some change this year, maybe like 104 points we scored. With just Brunson, I think we elevated ourselves up to 108 to 111. But with Donovan Mitchell coming in here, I think that it goes from 103. I think we go like 110 to 114 points, man. I think we're going to be a more offensively minded team with Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. I think we can. I think we'll have a more offensive minded team. And I think our defense may lack a little bit, but team defense is what Tom Thibodeau preaches, and with the team defense, I think I don't think Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson is going to have much of a hard time trying to play a Tom Thibodeau style of, if they buy in. I don't think they're gonna have no problem buying into what you call this the way he puts the defense out there. So let's see what happens, man. Tom Thibodeau is a great coach, man. We chew him up a little bit and spit him out a little bit for some of the things that he did last year. But overall, the things that he did last year, I see why he did it. We always talk about Divine. You say the best, man. We didn't have the players. That's why he played a lot of the players the way he did. He played a lot of players, a lot of minutes, because we didn't have real people to fill into those positions that seemed like they could make any points. You know what I mean? And Tom likes defense, so it's gonna be a different year, man. I wouldn't even be. If Reddish is still here, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing, like you said, Brunson, RJ, and Reddish in the top three with Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. I wouldn't even be opposed to that either. So it's a couple of things that they're going to work out before this year comes up, man. And I still think there's some willing and dealing that the New York Knicks are doing, man. Even if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, there's still a couple of guys that maybe we might can throw a couple of first-round picks and scoop over here before the year starts.
Yeah. Elton Lee, I agree with you too, man. I love to see RJ and Brunson backcourt. You're right about that. That's why I like if it don't happen, put RJ back to the 2 and let Randall play the 3. That boy done lost so much weight. He probably put Randall at the 3 and put Obi in there. That's simple. and you got an athletic team down there. You got a good defensive team down there. I think I wouldn't even be mad at that. But I do think that cat Obi Toppin gonna make a difference this year. But it's a lot of variables to this stuff. But I don't think he's a bad percentage of people think he is, though. The cat averages almost a steal or 2 a game. He athletic. He's strong. He got a good. See, one thing about him and Jalen, but they strong dude. They not like, you just ain't gonna blow by no Donovan, but he got an upper body. He's strong enough to keep you in front of him. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell was not, like I said, Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. You gotta need to understand that for real. Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell is not Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker from last year. That's like no. You know what I mean? So that alone with R.J. Randall, all you're doing right now to me is taking Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker and replace them with the same with Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. The Knicks know they made a mistake with the backcourt last year with Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. That wasn't Tom Thibodeau type of thing. You know what I mean? These two cats they bring in here, it's not the two that went out by a long shot. So I just think that overall that make the starting lineup better. You know, from a defense standpoint, Donovan Mitchell might not be a great defensive player, but he got enough athleticism to make up for that. You know what I mean? So you know, I think them boys got bully ball in them. I think it's gonna be fun. All downhill. Yeah, I agree, Elton Lee. That would be crazy right there, boy, for real. You get RJ back to that too. Like I said, so the Knicks is in a good spot no matter what. Win-win all around. Great summer so far. I like the move they made. I was happy about Summer League with the accomplishments that them cats was putting through there, man. Salute to them young brothers out there playing ball out there in Vegas. They were doing their thing out there. They looked pretty good, man. I really got. I hope that same energy come to the main club. Because them brothers were getting down on that defense and down in Summer League. They were shutting cats down. Obviously, the Portland Trailblazers had their number when it comes to the athleticism and all that. But them brothers was competing though. So they bring them that same energy to the big level, the big club. Knicks gonna have a good defense next year, and I think Mitch gonna be. I think RJ goes up another. I think now Julius Randle in shape. But see, one thing about Julius Randle, when he hustle, he could play defense. You know what I mean? So I think his defense numbers might get better. So like I said, I'm really excited about this thing, man. I think your headphones, brother.
That's my mic.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you, Elton Lee. I think the minutes this year is going to be distributed a little different than they were last year. I'm not 100% sure if you're going to see Julius Randle doing 34 minutes this year. I'm not 100% sure you're going to see RJ doing 34, 35 minutes this year. You definitely ain't going to see Burks doing 37 minutes this year. So I think we run a different type of offense this year. I hope that Tibbs can do one thing different than what he did last year is not let Randall stay out on the court the whole first quarter. I think switching him out at the 7-8 minute mark to bring Obi Toppin in would be a good idea, and to bring Obi Toppin in while you still have Donovan Mitchell or if we have Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson. I think you need to see Obi Toppin run with those guys too. So to bring Obi Toppin in around that 7-minute mark, and this way it gives Julius Randle a little bit of time to recover. So this time towards the fourth quarter, when you put him in, now he can run. You know, now you want him to run 8-9 minutes. You can let him run those 8-9 minutes in the fourth quarter instead of him burning himself out in that first quarter, running 10 to 11 minutes.
Yeah, and let me ask you a question, and even everybody in the chat, we was geeked about last year. You know what I mean? Stoked about it. You know what I mean? Do you feel more hyped about this year than last year?
I'm going to say this. I'm not going to go overboard this year. Last year I was ready. I thought they was going to be, on paper, with the way the guys came into the year, you were feeling more optimistic about the team, and everyone was talking about that 50 burger, 50 it is, 50 wins and all this other stuff. And I even dealt with to it too, because on paper, if these guys would have did anything close to what they did on paper, then we would have been we just missed being 500 team. We just missed about 5 games or something like that. We were 37 and we won 37 games, so we were only 5 games away of being a 500 team. So if we could do anything like if we could do anything the change right now is if we get Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson is a total change from the Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier.
Fact, yeah. I mean, yeah. He said Donovan Mitchell calling out shot.
Well, I didn't see it. What was the tweet? Oh, was it about the Mets? I ain't even playing.
So right. Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. We call it for that. But for me, man, I just think one move got to be made. Whatever that move it is, we just got to free up. We got to get one of them guys got to get out of here. And the reason why I said it makes the rotation fit the way I wanted to. If you get one guy out of there, Obi Toppin to get 25 minutes a game, close to 30 minutes.
Right.
One guy, that main guy, you move him. I ain't gonna say no names, but if you move him, then Obi Toppin can get them minutes. Period. Then Grimes and Reddish get them in that one dude, bro.
You don't have to keep it quiet. Fournier, man, we need Fournier. If we could move Fournier, man, if Fournier opens up the whole lineup right now. And I mean, we have 13 men on the roster right now. We move Fournier, we have 12 men, but we have 10 men that's in that 10-man rotation. And that'll make it easier. Now we could put Grimes into, if we don't get Donovan, we could move Grimes into the starting unit, and Reddish gets plenty of minutes backing up RJ. So that's what we need to. That's what we really need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. Hey, Lee, I agree with you 100%, Professor. That's what you want to see Randall do right there. If you're gonna be that dude, you need to really, really be that dude. Do like and I like the camaraderie they was building the summer league. All of them was there. The whole conglomerate was there. It was Fred killing them. Yeah, you know what it is. Don Mitchell, he wanted everybody tonight the Mets win. So Don Mitchell, he put it out there earlier. I was on Twitter. He said, "Listen, he said if the Mets win, the Yankee fans gonna hear from me." So I guess he true to his word.
Yeah.
Hey, my brother Don Mitchell, just make sure you get up in the garden. You get all the shots you want. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun in New York City, man. It's just what there's gonna be some good basketball going on there. I'm looking for the quality of basketball. It's not the same. It's not gonna be the same. I can tell you that. If you truly sit down and analyze and everything that went on and what's there now, what's not there, and it's a lot of variables. Like I said, that didn't happen. That that could happen. Like I think Mitchell Robinson coming in shape is a big. I mean, that is huge for the Knicks. Him coming in shape, healthy, ready to roll. I think that's huge. All right, Randall coming in shape, ready to roll. I think you might see that team like you see the year before, when we won 41 games. I think you're going to see that type of team. I think that what we brought in, going to make a big difference. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that, man. We can make this thing happen. Run up and down the floor, athleticism, Obi all over the rim. My man Mitchell all up and over the rim. These cats is high flyers. Mitchell Robinson up over the rim. Man, it's gonna be crazy out in New York. It should be fun out there, man. Gerald Sims all up over the rim. These cats got some flyers out there. Harkenstein like to slam it down a lot. So we got some boys up in there, man. RJ, you know what he do when he get on a break, or he catch you down the lane sleeping. He gonna throw it on you. Randall will throw it on you. I mean, we got some good stuff there, man. Yeah, I think they're gonna pull off AJ Jarvis. I think they're gonna pull out. I don't think they're gonna pull out their bag. I think Tom Thibodeau gonna let that thing fly this year. He know this is a big year for him, because you know why? He can't see. He's one coach can say that the Knicks didn't go get the players for him. See, you know how some coaches they didn't give me the players I needed. Well, Tom Thibodeau ain't got to worry about that this year. We getting you players you need. We getting you players. So now you got to show and prove. They brought back players, and I think it's gonna be fun. So I know it's early, it's all on paper, but like I said, I do think that this team is better than last year by far, a long shot. I think this team, because they know what, the young boy got a year under their belt.
Right.
They got better. We brought in a better player, brought in a couple of better players. Like I said, Harkenstein, Noel was all right, but Harkenstein was reliable, and he put up the numbers that my man put up. I think Mitchell Robinson playing 72 games last year. That boy played the same 72 this year. It's all good. So I'm really looking forward. So I'm going out on the limb, shot pals, and say the Knicks I think the Knicks going to get into the up 45 without down the middle. Knicks 45 wins plus. With down, I think we 52 wins plus. It's just that's a lot of talent down there. So it's really hard to say that that they won't be good. I really believe that.
Yeah, I believe Mitchell Robinson, Blackness Mustard is going to have a great year this year. I think Jalen Brunson is going to just uh, do what he does, man, and facilitate, push the pace. I think he's going to set up all these guys, man. I believe all these guys are going to like being around Jalen Brunson, man. I think he's going to be the guy that everybody talks about. That they will wait for him to be here, and if he comes here and he accomplishes the things that we all talk about what he could do, then it's going to be a big year, man. I got them that 5 game window, 42 to 47 games, and I believe that's without Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell just pushes into he pushes us into that 50 burger. I mean, I believe he pushes up to maybe a close to 115 points a game. And and I think our offensive gain, I think our fast points will come up, the pace will be better, and I also think that we can still be a top 10 defensive team. So that's something that I hope that we can bring into fruition this year.
Yeah, real talk. We're gonna get out pretty soon, man. But Wendell, salute to Wendell, man. Salute to the chat, man. Everybody, man. Appreciate y'all coming in tonight, hanging out with us, all that good stuff, man. But the Jalen Brunson thing, Wendell, I don't know if we want to go to. I know Boston was gonna try to put him in the KD trade. I just seen a tweet earlier today. He said that he don't want to leave Boston. Well, I don't know. Maybe something changed in the last couple of hours, but you know what? Boy, Jalen Brunson. I mean Jalen Brown is that's special right there. I mean, boy, you can't get one, you can get the other. That would be crazy. And with the way his contract is, see, him and RJ got that weird contract coming up because with the new CBA about to pop off too. You know what I mean? So I think him and Jalen Brown and RJ Barrett gonna be one of the two guys out there that's gonna be real interesting when they sign it. They sign it because of this new thing. Yep. Absolutely. I agree with you, Elton Lee. I had said the same thing, man. We should have won 10 more games last year. We shot like 50-some%. That's crazy. Like 50-60%. Like, wow, that is nuts.
Yeah, that's definitely true. If we could all, because if you look at the guys now on the starting unit, roughly, and I keep saying this with Donovan Mitchell, I really want him here, but all the guys are 3-point range are all around the same, around 36%, which is around league average, and if they're taking less shots but making more shots, their 3-point percentage will go up. If you can get these guys closer to 38-40%, like a Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, you get these guys a little higher in percentages, that's taking less shots. That's a chemistry to win right there, man. You put those combinations together, that's going to make a winning team, man. It's going to make us look a little better. And I think all these guys, I think RJ wants to come out here and play. He's going to be hungry this year. I think every guy on this team is from last year is going to want to come here and prove something. And one of the biggest people that I think want to prove something this year is Mitchell Robinson, man. He got that money. He got that bag. I think he's going to try to stay as healthy as he can. And I think his average is not going to be 8-8 this year. I think we see Mitchell Robinson double this year, and I mean high doubles, man.
Mm. Yeah. I'll tell you what. For me, well, I'm seeing. I want to see when they got that floor when they out there on the wing, and they got the whole wing perimeter spread it. Julius Randle, RJ, Brunson, or whoever, and all them cats can go downhill, bro. You know what I mean? They literally could put the ball on the floor, beat their man off the dribble, and take it to the rack. And you know what that do, man? That's when that lane start clogging up.
Yeah, man.
Double team, and all them guys is unselfish ball player. Randall's one thing about Randall, he's not a selfish ball player. RJ and them, they gonna see that open man. They'll see that open man. You know what I mean? If you don't see that open man on the perimeter, Dan's gonna catch Mitch coming across the baseline for a lob. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have a lot of stuff to work with this year, because all them cats can really put the ball on the floor and get down. And you know how that draw the defense, and that's once they do that, Jalen Brunson got a good mid-range game. I think RJ will be better than mid-range. Randall can hit the mid-range. So I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. We just had to see how put it all on paper. It's all on paper now, but going to training camp and see what Tom Thibodeau will come out with this year. They come out with a good team that can compete. and keep them relevant to the trading deadline. You never know what can happen. You just never know. See, that's the good thing with all of the capital they got and all the with all the picks they got and expiring contracts. They're still in a good spot because you still got Derrick Rose on expiring. That's $14 million. And before they'd be pretty much on expiring after this. So no matter what happens, they got 4 guys locked up in the starting lineup already. All of them got 4-year contracts. So now if you get Evan Fournier and them out of here, you put another cat in there. Whether it's Mitchell or whoever the case may be. I think Jalen Brown staying in Boston. I don't think he's going nowhere. I think, but you never know. But I'd love to have that dude too, though.
I mean, that's a real intriguing thing, Professor. That three trade deal right there.
That's nice.
I mean, that could be pulled off. That'd be something to watch. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. Ooh, everybody get their man. They're happy.
Everybody gets something they want.
Yeah, real talk. And I think Randall playing with Robert Williams would be crazy in Boston. Al Horford back him up if they keep him. Julius Randle, Tatum. Yeah, and Randall with the shape he in this year. Yeah, that'd be a win-win for a lot of people. Real talk. So
yeah, the only thing that I don't think, because I think Jalen has
1 more year left on that deal before he get extended.
Right, he got like 2 more, right?
One, I think might be 1
or 2.
They do for it. I think they do for it, and I think Ainge will take that because he know that's movable too. He get all the picks for that. Jalen Brown, who knows? But but I think good for. I thought that would be good. But that trade is good. I think the LA trade is good. You can roll with the Westbrook trade. I think that's a good trade because, like I said, you can buy him out of swell or just let him play. Let him back up Jalen Brunson. Who cares for a year anyway? So he can't go with that triple double threat. But I think that he's got some good opportunities out there to make this team much better. That's what I'm happy about, man. I think people need to start giving Scott Perry and them cats they respect. They put this team in a position right now where they can trade somebody and get better. Literally, the Knicks can trade. They got assets. That's what asset building is. They got assets to move somebody and make this team better. One, because of the team that they're gonna be dealing with, know that the players that they sitting over there, other than Randall, got short contracts. You got a lot of good talent down there that's on the team. Cam Reddish and all them who can make a big difference. Obi Toppin them. You got some players that would love to be on a team that's the rebuilding. Like say you send Obi Toppin to a team like the Houston Rockets or OKC, hypothetically I'm just saying, or no, Indiana Pacers. You know what I mean? They but the Knicks got assets to send somebody to a team like that, or they got assets like a Derrick Rose or Evan Fournier who you can send to a contender. You know what I mean? So, they got players who they can send to teams in a rebuild mode, teams that's on the cusp of getting to the playoffs, and they got players who they can send to teams to help them get over the top and to help them go deep in the playoffs. Like I said, the Lakers should love to have an Evan Fournier and a Derrick Rose. No question. Because of what they could do, and their contracts is real. One of them is expiring, and the other one got to be expiring after this year, and it's easy to move. So, yeah, the Lakers could pull off something like that, you know what I mean? Or any team for that matter when it comes to Derrick Rose or Milwaukee Bucks. You know what I mean? Derrick Rose down in Milwaukee somewhere. So they got options, man. The Knicks did a good job, man. That's why I got to give them their flowers, man. They did a good job of keeping the stability with the with the capital they got there, man. They got them in picks, they got them in players, and they got it in cap. Like I said, after next year, even if you kept Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier 2 years from now, them contracts be gone. Then it takes the pressure off of giving RJ his money. You know, right. So they in a good situation, man. Let Derrick Rose him go. Let Evan Fournier, let Cam Reddish, and if he show improve, you let Cam Reddish and RJ get their money. So you got things you could do if you don't get Jalen Brunson. So I'm pretty happy about the direction they headed in, man. So good job by Scott Perry and all them guys, the Leon Rose and Worldwide. When they had Julius Randle sitting at that Dallas game, wouldn't that be crazy? Check it out, Julius Randle, Worldwide West, and Allen Houston went to a playoff game with Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson playing each other. Now they both on our roster.
That's crazy.
That would be crazy, gangster, bro. I'm serious.
That's crazy.
That would be crazy. I mean, you talk about some godfathers. No catch. They went to see two dudes battle in the playoffs. Point guard and the backup, a point guard and the starting guard, shooting guard. Now they both on your team. That's nuts. That's why I said you can't sleep on these boys here, man. They got the pill to make it happen. Yeah, you're right, Ellie. He is nice. That would have been nice too. Fournier for Oubre, that wouldn't have been bad neither. Oubre got that dog in him, so he'd play well in New York City. Let him back up Obi. Wow, that'd be nice. Lengthy dude like that. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. Especially with Miles Turner, you don't know what's gonna happen to Miles Turner. Not Miles Turner. I meant to say Miles Bridges, with his situation. You know, Charlotte. I can even see Mitch Kupchak like, listen, man, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Miles Bridges because of that situation. Who knows? Let's go to New York and that's some let us get Julius Randle. They might do it because, like I said, Mitch Kupchak drafted Julius Randle. He wanted they were going to send Julius Randle for Terry Rozier and Malik Monk 2 years ago, but that's why my man said no. Steve Mills, somebody said no. So,
shit.
Yep. But yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. Real talk, man. It's getting late, it's been fun. I know it's a quiet night in Nick Land, but we gotta bring y'all the content, man, and make sure that we stay relevant. So salute to the chat. That's where it's at. We appreciate y'all coming in tonight, hanging out on this glorious New York Met victory tonight. I had to put that in there. I'm trying to get Dr. Mitchell here, man. I gotta hey Sean, I'm trying to get Dr. Mitchell here. So, but yeah, man, it was fun, man. Real talk. It was another great show as always, man. And we looking forward, man. Like I said, we try to come on when we can and bring out some news, some energy. Just to keep, you know what I mean? Yeah, you did. Yeah, I know that's right. You put him on ice for a year, right? Shut him down. Yeah, but I don't know. That's gonna be hard. That's a tough pill to swallow when it comes to that domestic violence stuff, man. A lot of people don't feel like they be feeling that, but I ain't mad at that though. That boy can get down for sure. Hey, Fred Matos, we in there 1-0, bro. Salute. We in there 1-0. Good game tonight, New York. And my man, listen. When we come back on, do you think? So that's it. So do you think anything gonna happen before the end of the week with Donovan Mitchell?
I think everybody. I think that the bricks are laid down. I think they have already what they're going to do, who they want to move, and how they're going to make the moves on both sides. I think right now everybody's on break. I think Danny Ainge is probably out on some type of boat somewhere fishing for some bass or something like that. I think and just waiting to come back because I don't think he wants to make it seem like it was so quick because the Gobert deal took a little while to come into fruition. So I think it's going to come back. You're going to sit easy, let July sweep out. Maybe the first week or going into the second week of August, I think then we'll probably hear something about the deal because I do not think that Leon Rose wants to let go of Grimes, Cam, and IQ or Obi Toppin. So I don't think he wants to let go of any of those guys. But if one of the guys has to go in the I think, like I said, I think just from doing the math, Fournier, Cam Reddish, and Deuce McBride makes it happen, and give up 6 players. No one else can match it. You give three protected. You give the 25 pick that's protected to the top 4. So that's like a first round draft. That's 4 picks right there. Give up 2 of these picks that are slightly protected. You know what I mean? And let's make it happen, man. Let's get it going. I was ready to give up 7 the other day. I was ready to give up 7 picks, but 7 picks might stagnate. Even though we'll still have 4 picks, and I still think we can make some will and deal to get some more first round picks back, but that would set us back a little bit. We wouldn't have picks in 23, 24, 20, a couple of years consecutively, we really wouldn't have no picks. And I don't want to go without having any picks. I'd rather have 1 than none.
I think you can. I'm gonna go out on them and say you can do the 23, 25, 27. Exactly, that's the 3 unprotected. 23, right. 25. You said unprotected. Give them four protected or swap. Make a swap some of them. And if you had to throw a couple of seconds, so be it. But only then you give up Fournier, Cam Reddish, and Deuce McBride, like you said.
Right. Those picks I'm with.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, my man Jarvis, Louisiana. We appreciate you and brother always. You know, man. Hopefully I have you brothers back in here with us going toward the season. You know what I mean? Open this thing up and get y'all in here, man. You know, we always appreciate y'all knowledge and y'all intellect. You know, y'all keep it popping, man. Y'all already know Knicks Real Talk. Without y'all, ain't nothing. Elton Lee said, give up 223 and anything to swaps. Yep. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so we'll see, man. And, you know, we got to pay to play. Obviously, in order to get a talent like that, you got to give out talent. So ain't no, yeah, and it's not even, you know, sometimes it's not really about fleecing, but at the same time, you are getting a player who never averaged under 20 points in his whole entire career, been to the deep in the playoffs, 3-time All-Star. So you can't get him for pennies, you know. So we got to be realistic, but you know, like don't get fleeced, but at the same time, you got to pay to play. And I think, you know, if that happen, if it do happen, then we won't worry about it. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be so good. Them picks ain't gonna be that important.
All right. I see what you see about that, Elton Lee, because 23 and 25 is the big big years. The salary cap goes up in 25, and 23 is supposed to be this super class coming out again, something similar to 2 years ago. So yeah, I hear what you're saying when you say 24, 20, 26, and 28.
You know, I'm gonna tell you how you can really get into all this if the Knicks wanted to. Give them everything this year.
Yeah.
Give them everything this year. Because they had their own, they had their 23. They had Dallas 23, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you still got you did get 3 unprotected from protected, from the OKC. So that 5 right there, just in 2023 alone, you give them the Dallas pick, our pick, the 3 protected we got from in that trade. Then you throw them another one. There you go. So and them picks ain't gonna be that good because we're gonna be probably a 50-win team, probably sitting maybe 4th or 5th or something like that in the Eastern Conference. That pick would be down in the low 20s. You know what I mean? So you know what? You just got to give it to them. You know what I mean? And, but you can get them 3 players off though. That you free. You bringing in 1 player. You're getting rid of 3, so you freed up 2 roster spots, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Now you brought in 1, you sent out 3. So you not only you brought a good player, but you freed up 2 roster spots extra. So now you know you're gonna be able to get people in there that can play more minutes and get the time they need. You know, so quickly definitely gonna be playing behind Donovan Mitchell. You know that's he's gonna be the backup too. If Derrick Rose here, he probably back up Brunson. And then you know the 3 spot RJ probably if Cam here or whatever the case may be, or be in a deal, either way it go, you're gonna be in a good spot to have some space to maneuver that roster and get everybody good playing time. So let's see how it goes, man. So I think the Knicks in a good spot to do that. Whatever. I think it's a win-win no matter which way. Whether we get them or we not, we're in a good position to go any way we want to go. Right now, the Knicks can go any way they want to go with that organization for us, putting deals on the table to deal with people. They got players and they got assets. So I think you're going to see the Knicks pretty good for the next 4 years. Every player in that starting lineup right now, other than Fournier, you talking about the 4 players that they're guaranteed right now, they all on them 4-year deals. Randall, RJ will get his, obviously. So everybody got long-term contracts in that starting lineup. So you put Donovan Mitchell, that whole starting lineup everybody got 4 years on their deal. So that team is going to be together. Just like Jalen Brown, just like Jason Tatum, just like Marcus Smart and them, you got a core now who could be together for the next 4 years. And if you need to add a piece of that to take us over the top, then that's what you do. But the Knicks did put themselves in a position to do that, So I think that we should be all right, man. So I'm looking forward to this thing moving forward, man. I think we're gonna get some good playoff basketball for the next 4 years. I think you'll see the Knicks in the playoffs or fighting for something in the next couple of years too. I remember back in the at least at 23-24 window last year, LD. I think you close now. Early in the year, LD, when you said I championship window, when you even said that back in 22-21, I meant to say you said our championship window was 23-24. I can see it if they get Donovan Mitchell. I can see that. I can see that now. You get Donovan Mitchell, you 1 piece away. If you get Donovan Mitchell in New York, you 1 more piece away from making some noise in New York with the players we already got down there with him, RJ, Brunson, and Mitchell Robinson. These guys, man, I think he 1 more play away from doing some work. So and one or two, whatever. I think we'd be all right in that book. So yeah, I like to do that 100, man. I thought he'd be the nice. That's why we got to move certain players, because I can see Jericho Sim backing up somebody at the 4, especially the way he putting that ball on the floor in summer league. Him and Harkenstein to be a nice 4 or 5 combination for the Knicks off the bench in 22-23. Harkenstein playing the stretch 5 and Jericho Sim banging down in the middle at the 4 spot. I think that's a good look for them, man. So the Knicks got some good things going on right now. I really like that. I think that kid gonna be special. That defense, he's gonna get better as time go. Happy the Knicks gave him his little bag to be ready to get a bigger one. Pretty excited about this thing, man. Moving forward about what the Knicks are doing. They taking care of their people and they bringing in people. And Shot Power, you can't get it no better than that. So I'm gonna say to the chat, man, we about to get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all hanging in here with us tonight. Shot Power, give me a last word, my brother, and I shot the chat out and we get up out of here because I know it's work day tomorrow.
Your birthday tomorrow?
No, I said work day tomorrow.
Oh, work day. I was about to say, I thought, anyway, because I think it's October. Anyway, Divine, salute to you. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Thanks everybody for coming in on this nice cool out Tuesday night. Hanging in here with me and Shop House. We appreciate it. Salute to KJ, man. We know you out there, brother. We know you here in spirit. Good day all over, man. We have some good baseball in New York. Obviously, our Mets did their thing, so we happy about that. They got another game tomorrow. But we keep our ears to the ground, our eyes open, man. We'll see what's going what the Knicks gonna do moving forward. And we keep y'all tuned in, man. Like I said, we here, man. We ain't going nowhere. Knicks will talk. We always here, man. We in the building. But listen, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. We see y'all probably Thursday or Friday or something. If anything break before then, we jump on and holler at y'all. But y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. We know what it is, man. And just do your thing, man. Just get on your grind, school, work, or play, whatever endeavor you're on. Just be safe. That's the main thing, man. And we'll see you cats on the next episode, man. Y'all make sure you hit that like button going out the door if you haven't did it already. For all those who just like to subscribe to the channel, help us grow this thing, man. But I'm looking forward to the season, man. And we'll get it popping. And let's go Mets.
Let's get it.
But yo, one love, man. Peace, everybody, man. We see you cats. Enjoy. I'm out. Shop House, my brother. I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talks the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with a click. That's a conglomerate. The Nick's real talk is real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the facade. The entourage, be on the job, my energy. 50 took it in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the link Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hair space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 Dexters on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine the Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.